Hello, lovely students. I hope everyone is fine and working properly at their place. So, we are back again today in our literature class. And today, our new topic in literature class, new chapter in literature classes, chapter number 13, The Gift of Magi. And this is the story, short story written by O. Henry, is the author of the story. So, first, before getting into the story, before getting what is there in the story, let's read something about O. Henry, the author. So, born as William Sidney Potter, better known by his pen name O. Henry, was a master of short stories. So, his real name, O. Henry's real name is William Sidney Potter, and he's known for the name O. Henry, and he's well known for his short stories which he has written. He was born on September 11, 1862 in North Carolina. He was an American writer. His only formal education was received at the school of his aunt Evelina, where he developed a lifelong love for books. So he developed his love for books at his school time, and his short stories are known for the wit, wordplay, warm characterization, and ending with the clever twist. So for this, all the wit, wordplay, warm characterization, his stories are well known for all of these characterizations. So let's begin with the story. Let's see what is there in the story. The Gift of Magi. Let's go into the story. So the story opens with $1.87. So it is an American currency of dollar and cents. Just like we Indians have rupees and paise, similarly Americans have the currency of dollars and cents. So the story opens with $1.87. That's all Della Young has to buy a present for her beloved husband Jim. So here we discover two characters, Della and Jim. They are husband and wife. So Della has $1.87 and she wants to buy some present for her husband Jim. So, and the next day is Christmas. Faced with such a situation, Della promptly bursts into tears on the couch, which gives the narrator the opportunity to tell us a bit more about the situation of Jim and Della. So, Della wants to purchase a gift for her husband Jim on the occasion of Christmas, and Della was short with the money. She only has $1.87, but she wants to buy some beautiful gift for her husband and she does not have money at all. So here we get to know about the situation of Jim and Della, that they are the people who are lacking with money. So the short of it is they live in a shabby flat and they are poor, but they love each other very much. So this was about Jim and Della and their way of living. So once Della's recovered herself, she goes to mirror to let down her hair and examine it. So now what does Della do? Della went towards the mirror and opened her hair, and she saw herself in the mirror. Della's beautiful brown knee-length hair is one of the two great treasures of the poor people. So Della has very beautiful hair. It is up to knee length and it is brown in color and they are very shiny. So it is one of the treasure of the poor cripple. That means they have this as their good charm at their home. And the other treasure, they have two treasures. The poor couple has two treasures. One is the Della's beautiful brown hair and the other is Jim's gold watch. So Jim has a gold watch. It is again another treasure in the home. So her hair examined, Della put it back up, sheds a tear and bundles up to head up into the cold. So what does Della do? Della ties back her hair and went outside in the cold after tying up her hair. She leaves the flat and walks to Madame Sarfonia hair goods shop, where she sells her hair for $20. Now she has $21 and 87 cents. So what she does afterwards, she sold her hair to collect the money for her husband. So you see how much Della loved her husband Jim, that she sold her so beautiful hair, which were up to the knee length, so long hair, which she sold to her husband, sold for her husband to buy him a beautiful gift. And that her hair went in 20 bucks. So total now she has with her $21 and 87 cents. So what happened after that, let's read. With her new funds, Della is able to find Jim the perfect present. So now she has $21. So with the total money which she has, she wants to buy something beautiful for her husband Jim. So what does she do with $21 and 87 cents? She buys an elegant platinum watch chain for his watch. So Jim had only a watch, that means the dial of the watch. So what she does, she buys the platinum chain for the dial, so that the Jim can wear the watch around his wrist and his watch can be complete. So it's $21 and she buys it. So platinum chain was of $21 and she buys it for Jim. Excited by her gift, Della returns home and tries to make her now short hair presentable with a curling iron. So now her hair are short because she got it sold. So now she tried making her short hair presentable so that Jim can digest that she has got her hair cut and sold. So she's not convinced Jim will approve, but she did what she had to do to get him a good present. She knew that she got her hair cut, so Jim will not be convinced with it. Jim might get angry on her, but she had to get a good present for Jim, so she does the same. And when she finishes with her hair, she gets to work preparing coffee and dinner. So now what does next she do? When she is done with her hair, she did it presentable at her best. So she went for preparing the coffee and the dinner as Jim arrives at 7 p.m. So Jim arrives at 7 p.m. to find Della waiting by the door and stares fixedly at her. Now, not able to understand that Della's hair is gone, Della can't understand quite what his reaction means. So Jim was outstruck by the looks of Della, that Della has got her hair cut. So now he was just outstruck with the gestures and postures of the Della, that what she has done to her hair, where her hair has gone. So he was staring Della without blinking the eyes. So Della was not able to understand this kind of a reaction, that why he's so strange, why he's looking at me like this. So what happens next? Let's see. After a little while, Jim snaps out of it and gives Della her present, explaining that his reaction will make sense when she opens it. So now what does Jim do? Jim gives her a gift and says to her that now you'll understand that why I'm giving this reaction. See my gift, open it. Della opens it and cries out in joy, only to burst into tears immediately afterwards. So Della opened the gift and saw what is there in that gift. So when she saw that gift, she cried out so loud. Why did she cry out? What was there in the gift? Let's see. Jim has given her the set of fancy combs she wanted for ages, only now she has no hair for them. So Della always wanted the fancy hair, but she wasn't able to purchase because they were poor. So Jim has gifted her the same thing, but now she has no hair to comb. She has short hair. Jim nurses Della out of her sobs. Once she recovered, she gives Jim his present. So now Jim tries to console. He tries to console Della that it's okay, it happens, no problem. But okay, she was crying and she does not has hair now to put up these beautiful comb. So she said okay, and once she recovered herself, once she gets fine after crying, she gives Jim his present. So she has bought a platinum chain for Jim. She gives it to Jim. Holding out the watch chain, Jim smiles, falling back on the couch. So now what does Jim do? Jim was smiling watching that chain. And why he was smiling? Because he has sold his watch to buy Della's comb, he explains. So what does he say? He says that to buy your comb, I sold out my watch. So where do I put this chain now? So he recommends that they put away their presents and have dinner. As they do so, the narrator brings the story to a close by pronouncing that Della and Jim are the wisest of everyone who gives gifts. So they are the Magi. So here Magi is the person, the people who are wisest, and they are true to oneself, they are true to each other, where they are devoted to and they love each other so much that without thinking about themselves and about their thing, they first think about their better half or about their partner. So with this, Jim said to Della that let's put these gifts aside and let's have a quick dinner, and this brings the story at end. So this was the story about two people who loved each other so much and can do anything for each other. If it is their most useful and precious thing, they can even sell these things. So here we end the story. It was a wonderful story. Go through the chapter now, children, and if you face any query, if you face any doubt in the chapter, please do ask everyone. Thank you, everyone.